Oh my god.
Hello, hello, and today I'm going to be making Greek food for 24 hours. The beautiful Mediterranean diet. I'm just going to imagine that it's like 30 degrees outside because at the moment it's about 10. I've been to Greece a few times and absolutely loved it. Like, the variety of food is incredible, so tasty, so fresh, so fragrant, and I've got some seriously tasty meals coming up. Some that you might have heard of, some that you may not be as familiar with. Now, quick disclaimer, I've done considerable research for this video and I've also been to Greece. However, feel free to leave me a message in the comments if there's anything I can do to be more accurate or improve the dishes. Always keen to learn, people, you know me. So let's jump right in and get on with some shopping. Because you can find a lot of Greek ingredients like feta in British supermarkets, I just went to my local Tesco to buy all the goods. Going on a bit of a tangent here, but I don't know about you, one of my favourite things about being abroad is going to their supermarkets. There's such a diverse range of stuff that you've just never seen before, and you find weird and wonderful ingredients. I just love it. Kalimera, that means good morning in Greek, by the way. Okay, so for breakfast, apparently I need to start my morning with a coffee. Many Greeks don't really have breakfast, they have a coffee, but if they did have breakfast, they would stop off at a bakery, so they might have some pastries, or they might have some fruit, or they might have some yogurt or bread, but coffee is essential. So I bought myself an array of fruits, some yogurt, some honey, just as kind of like a little starter. However, I'm a breakfast kind of gal, and because it's a food video, I want to like show like a few different types of variations. So I'm going to be making this dish called strapazzada. I hope I pronounced that correctly, aka Greek scrambled eggs. Now, I'm very aware that this can be eaten for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Most commonly eaten for lunch and dinner, but you can have it for breakfast. So I'm having to choose it now, because I like the sound of it. I began by drizzling some olive oil into the pan, followed by the finely chopped tomatoes, poured in my eggs and left it to scramble, added in some mixed herbs and a dash of sugar and gave it a good mix. Placed it on some gorgeously buttered toast, topped with lots of crumbled feta and a sprinkle of parsley. Now, I don't really drink caffeine that much. I used to drink tea a lot, but then I used to get like really bad headaches if I didn't drink it. Basically, I was addicted. So I decided to stop. And now I really have caffeine, like a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or anything with caffeine in it, probably like maximum twice a week. And oh my God, it's so nice because I think before it was like kind of more of like a mundane, like everyday kind of thing. Whereas now I kind of look forward to having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Like it's more like a treat, you know? So started off with the coffee, give it like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. It's not the best cup of coffee. I did put honey in it though to sweeten it up. That was nice, I recommend that. Instead of having sugar, if you're a sugary gal, have honey, it's nice. So obviously a lot of Greeks stop here, like stop with the coffee, but I honestly don't understand how they do it. If I don't have food and I have a cup of coffee, I literally begin to shake. So kudos to them, because mate, don't know how to do it. Because I'm a breakfast girl myself, I've got to keep going and show you the other things I've made. So on to starters, got myself a lovely bowl of yogurt with honey. Give it a little go. Oh, that's so delicious. So like the Greek yogurt is obviously tangy, fresh, delicious, and got the sweetness of the honey, which they're just like a match made in heaven. Fruit. Got myself some strawberries and some grapes. Oh, it's cold. I've seen a lot of people eat the tops of strawberries. So I give it a go. Just gonna give it a go. I mean, I feel like it doesn't elevate the flavour of a strawberry, but if you want to reduce waste, go for it. Grapes. I haven't had grapes in ages. I don't really tend to eat grapes. I think I ate too many as a kid, and then I've kind of just been put off them. Also, I hate it when they go all saggy and gross. That just completely puts me off them. But firm, tense grape. Love it. Also, can we just appreciate how perfect this bunch of grapes is? That's like literally perfect. Okay, onto the main course, which is strapazzada, which is essentially Greek scrambled eggs. I'm very excited for this because the flavours just, I feel like they're gonna work. Cheers. Whoa. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's like really surprised me. I don't think I can make scrambled eggs any other way now. So the tomatoes are sweet, but also have this kind of tangy citrus flavour. Then you've got the feta, which also has a citrusy element to it, and is also quite tangy. Then you've got the creaminess of the eggs and the sweetness from the tiny dash of sugar that I put in. Oh my goodness, this was amazing. Please, if you make anything from today, if you want to, make this. It literally took me like 5 minutes. That was delicious. Okay, so for lunch we're making a classic, and if you've ever been to Greece then you've probably had this before. And Henry, who's my boyfriend, and I went travelling around Greece for 2 months a few years ago. I think we literally had this dish every single day. Gyros. They are so inexpensive and absolutely delicious. They fill you up until dinner time. You don't need to have any snacks in between. It's honestly just perfect. Generally the meat is cut from a stacked vertical rotisserie, but I don't have one of them. So I'm just gonna fry it up. Well, I'm gonna marinate it first, then fry it up, and it'll hopefully have this like kind of charred element to it. You then fill the pitta with meat, tzatziki, tomato, onion, chips, as in like French fried chips, voila. And also before ever trying gyros, I thought the chips would be too much, but No, it's not too much. Souvlaki is another dish that's quite similar to gyros. Souvlaki are grilled pieces of meat that are then served with gyros elements. So for example, yeah, so like pitta, tomato, etc. But it's all sold separately. So make sure to not confuse the two if you're ever traveling there. I've done that before and it was quite sad. They're both obviously absolutely delicious, but me personally, I like having it in a bundle and just like eating it all together. That's just my personal preference.
Okay, so first up I made the chicken marinade by combining chicken thighs, lemon juice, olive oil, mixed herbs and garlic. I set it aside so it soaked up all the flavour, and then next I made the tzatziki. I genuinely think this is my favourite dip, sauce, condiment in the world. I could eat it every day, it's so fresh and delicious. I've also seen people drink the cucumber water leftovers, but I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't go out of my way to drink it. Okay, fried off my chicken until golden and then assembled my gyros. Got my flatbread and then placed on a spoonful of tzatziki, followed by chicken, homemade chips, tomatoes, red onion, parsley and more tzatziki.
Okay, here she is. I've got some baking paper because usually when you buy it from a cafe or a shop or wherever you buy it from in Greece, they wrap it in their own branded paper or just use basic baking paper. So I'm going to attempt to do that, but I'm not going to film it because it's going to be a disaster. Like a little baby. Okay, moment of truth. This is going to be so difficult to eat. We've already lost a chip. Oh my god, if I close my eyes, I could literally be in Greece right now. Ooh. As I said before, the chips work really well. I mean, you've got the garlicky, aromatic tzatziki, you've got the gorgeously herby chicken, then you've got the freshness from the tomato, the red onion, the parsley. It all works so well together. Literally, the only downside is that it gets everywhere. But, no, it's not a bad thing. Okay, see you for snacks. The Greeks know how to do bakeries. They have all kinds of savoury snacks, pies, sweet parcel. One of my favourites is a pie called spanakopita. It's filled with spinach and feta and it is absolutely delicious. So make sure if you ever go to Greece, get one. However, because I've had it quite a few times, I thought it'd be really fun to try a different snack that I've never had before. So what I'm going to be trying is a dish called, now here we go because this is a big one, xoxo keftes. Essentially fried courgette balls. They're a Cretan speciality and are often served in tavernas. I've never actually been to Crete and nor have I had these courgette balls before, so I'm intrigued to try and see how they go.
I combined grated courgette with parsley, mint, spring onions, feta cheese, eggs, flour and seasonings. This recipe doesn't require a lot of ingredients at all. It's very simple to make actually. I then shallow fried them until golden and crispy. They were very, very low maintenance to fry. Like they didn't stick together, they behaved. All in all, very good cooking experience. I then served them up with some tzatziki. Oof.
They're crispy, which is a good start. Ooh. You know what? The flavours are really well balanced because you can't actually taste anything. Like nothing's overpowering. So it's not like you can only taste mint or you can only taste parsley or you can only taste feta or courgette. It's like a really good mixture of everything. Surprisingly quick to make. And I feel like they're a great thing to take to a party or like a dinner party. Because like they're so cute and they taste amazing. I feel like everyone will be like, oh my god, you can cook. I'm not going to be able to stop eating these. Horiatiki, aka Greek salad. Probably one of the most popular and loved salads around the world. That's not a fact, that's just an opinion. But it is essential to a Greek meal. If you go to Greece, you'll see them everywhere. So I'll be combining a variety of vegetables, no lettuce, and a slab of feta on top. I feel like a lot of people not from Greece would crumble the feta, but in Greece they just leave like a chunk of feta on top of the salad and then you mash it in yourself however you like to. And then you just drizzle over a really simple dressing. I think it's like 3 or 4 ingredients, that's it. Now as a main dish to accompany my horiatiki, Greek salad, I'm making pastitsio, which is essentially a Greek lasagna. It's layered with tubular pasta, usually bucatini. I couldn't find any, so I'm using rigatoni, which is a bit thicker. Like it's a bit bigger in tube, but hopefully it will give the same effect. A beef sauce and a bechamel sauce on top, and then some like cheese to just make it all golden and delicious. It's pretty similar to Greek moussaka, which is aubergines, potatoes, tomato sauce, and bechamel sauce. And I would make that, but I'm really intrigued to try this pastitsio pasta dish. So let's go.
First I made the beef sauce, so I combined beef mince with onions and garlic, cooked that off for a bit, and oh my god, the smells were so good in the flat. Added in some tomato puree and some red wine vinegar, followed by tinned tomatoes, cloves, pepper, salt, cinnamon, bay leaf, and some water. Oh, and also I added a teaspoon of sugar to balance out the flavours. Set that aside and then got on to making bechamel. I've honestly found a love for making bechamel. It took me a while, but I feel like I've got there, and it's super creamy, full of cheesy nutmeg flavours, so delicious, just a really satisfying thing to make. For this dish, I added in egg yolks too as part of the recipe, so I mixed that all up and then set it aside. Then I got my tubular cooked pasta and added in some egg white and feta cheese. Bit of a weird combo, but it worked. laid down the pasta into the dish, and yes, I put them all in a row like this, followed by my beef sauce and topped with my thick and creamy bechamel. I popped her in the oven for 40 minutes and then bam, she is looking gorgeous. I tried to do her justice, but honestly, it just turned out to be a right old mess to try and get her out of the dish. So let's see how good it tastes.
So my pasticcio has been in the oven for about 40 minutes and then I let it rest for about 20 minutes. So on the side I made my xoxo, my Greek salad. And then I made a dressing on the side, which is super simple. Literally just red wine vinegar, olive oil, mixed herbs, and some salt. Put that on. Ooh. So I'll give that a go first. There's something very satisfying about breaking up feta. Breaking it up. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna get a little bit of tomato. That almost tastes like exactly the same as to how I remember it in Greece. Not bad. It's a very basic salad, but I think that's what makes it beautiful. You know, like less is more. Just tastes really nice. It's really humble. It's really, you know, simple flavors, simple ingredients. Onto the pasticcio. Here she is. Whenever I look this dish up, the people making it would be able to create these perfect squares of like layer of pasta, layer of beef, layer of bechamel. I couldn't do that. So let's give it a go. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, those flavours are unbelievable. Dare I say it? That's better than lasagna. Wow, 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 wow. You know what, I can't even begin to start deciding why that's so delicious. The creaminess of the bechamel, it's so thick. And I think with a lasagna, you've got quite like thin layers in between. And I think what makes this delicious is that you don't have multiple layers. You have one layer of pasta, one layer of beef, and one layer of bechamel. And I think that's probably why it tastes so good, because when you get a dosage of creaminess, you get a dosage of creaminess. Oh, that is, please make this. It's so good. It's not the easiest dish to make, but because you make so much of it, you know, you can make it and have it throughout the week. Delish. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I've had such a great day today exploring Greek cuisine. I really hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Links to the recipes are down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!